Good morning. It's Thanksgiving Day. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. As you can see, I'm not in my usual place. We're at my mother-in-law's house. And while it is a nice visit, at the same time, it is also pretty hard to deal with. I don't know if I had told you, but my mother-in-law has the beginning stages of Alzheimer's. But past couple of days, in my nursing hat on, she should not be left alone, although she stays at home alone and they let her drive to church. But because of the confusion that has been going on while we're here, I don't think she's in any shape to do that anymore. She's been making some pretty unwise decisions while we've been here. She uses a walker to get around in the house, but she has been leaving that and walking without it, telling us she doesn't need it. In the bathroom, she has a potty chair that sits over the toilet, and there's only one bathroom, so when husband and I go in, we move the chair. And apparently she heard one of us move it. She got it in her head that she doesn't need the chair. She put it up. We tried to argue with her that she needed to put it back up for her safety. She said she didn't need it. My husband made her show him she could get up off the toilet by herself. She kept using the hand towel rack on the side of the sink because it's right next, there's a sink, hand towel, toilet. She kept using the hand rack to get up. He said, "You can't use that. It's not meant for you to use that to get up with. It'll fall off, it'll break off, and then you'll be in trouble." And she said, "No, it's fine." So then, she's doing this, trying to show she can. And she went and took that potty chair and hid it in her closet. Brother-in-law tried to talk her into it, and she said no. My husband told her, "Well, this will be the last time that we'll come to stay with you because it's just not good. We're getting you confused. We don't need to be here making things harder for you." And he told her, he said, "If you fall, you're going to be put in the nursing home and you're not going to get to come back at home." So she wouldn't listen to reason. As many of you who deal with people who have Alzheimer's, they can't understand. The thought process doesn't work right anymore. So we left the seat in her closet. She got up a couple times during the night, and the first time she had trouble getting up, but she did get up, and then she came into the living room where my husband was playing some games on his Switch, and to look to make sure that he didn't hear her, I guess, is what we're figuring, happened. And so she came back, and then a little bit later, probably about 3 or 4 in the morning, she got up again, and when she went into the bathroom, she thought the chair was there, and she sat down very hard. And so this morning, she brought the chair out. She said to me, "I got a little upset about this last night," and I said yes. And then she started questioning whether she really needed it again. And I basically just said to her, "For your safety, you need to use the chair." So the chair is back in its place, and we're hoping it'll stay there. So it's been a little trying. And of course, my brother-in-law, first thing, he talks to her every morning at 6 a.m. So when I got up this morning, the very first thing she said to me was, "Well, they're on the way." I said, "Okay." And she asked me, "He did get the cake, right?" I have no clue. Generally at Thanksgiving, my husband's birthday is November the 15th. So she generally gets cake for his birthday that's part of the Thanksgiving dinner. And of course then 2 other pies. It's just crazy for 8 people. The amount of food. It's crazy. So it's been a little stressful. I've been doing a lot of crocheting and knitting to deal with this stress. And one of the things I've been working on is a breast prosthesis. And she cannot understand what that is. I have tried to explain to her, but I just keep telling her I'm making a breast prosthesis. So at times it can get comical. And then I was telling my husband, because tomorrow, which is Friday, we're going to go to Raleigh to see my son. My son is cooking us a Thanksgiving dinner for tomorrow, so we're going to go see him and my grandpuppies. And I think one of his best friends, he is the god uncle for 2 of her children that she's had in the past 3 years. And I believe she's coming with the babies, so it'll be the first time I get to see the babies. So I'm kind of thrilled about that too. Because the last time the baby was sick, and she was sick last year, so we didn't get to see her, and then she's had another baby since then. So I'm thrilled I'm going to get to see my sort of grandbabies. I don't know if you know, my other grandchildren are in other states. I don't get to see them very often, and that's kind of heartbreaking. We do some FaceTime and some Zoom and things like that, but it's not the same as being able to get your hands on them and hug them, you know, those kind of things. So it's crazy around here. That's all I can say. I had told my husband that when we went to see my son yesterday, because I'd watched someone who said that some of their stores are closing, the AC Moore stores, as of December the 2nd, and I just got my $10 rewards. I don't want to miss out on that. Plus, I need to get some more yarn for the prayer shawl ministry. So I told him, well, I think we're gonna maybe we'll go tonight for their doorbuster sale. And he said, no, we're not going tonight. We're not going to go tomorrow. He said he went and he looked up, and then he sent a message. And of course, I had asked someone who works at the AC Moore where I normally shop, and they're staying open until December the 15th. So when I get back, I can go and get some of my last hurrahs, which it breaks my heart because I love the Stitch Studio yarns. They are just so soft, they work up so nice, and quite honestly, next to Ben Franklin's, our AC Moore has a very large yarn selection, and the Michaels is extremely small, the amount of yarn they have. They have like 1 aisle on either side, and that's it. And then they've got a little portion of the back wall that's got some of their loops and threads, but I never find anything when I go to Michael's. You know, I've ordered online from Michael's and been able to pick up, but then of course they didn't have everything that I went to pick up, although I had ordered and paid for it. And then they had to refund me because it wasn't there. But generally when I go to Michael's, if it's not a sale or it's not on clearance, I don't purchase. It's just too expensive at the Michael's. And I just don't care for some of the yarns that they carry. The loops and threads is okay, but generally it's the color selection. I don't always care for the color selection that they have. And AC Moore has a lot that are just like the Red Heart colors, you know, with the Stitch Studio Classic. And softer than red art, so I don't have to soften it. So yeah, I'm a little disappointed that they're closing. And I'm worried about some of the people that work there. You know, one of them, I really like her a lot, and I just don't know what's going to happen to her once they close down. So we shall see. And of course, you know, I'm sure Creative Grandma's upset about it too, because she, like me, goes there just about every week. So it's going to be what's going to be, right, folks? Anyway, that's it. That's all. I just wanted to tell you happy Thanksgiving, tell you what was going on. We'll be back on the road on Saturday, and should be home by Sunday afternoon. But of course, generally these trips throw me into a fibro flare-up, so it's going to take me about a week to recover from the pain and deal with it. So, but I will see you again, because I am planning on doing the Vlogmas. So I will see you that Sunday, and then throughout. And then I'll take you with me when I go to AC Moore, when I get back into Pennsylvania, to my favorite store, which is Creative Grandma's store. And so we'll see you then. Everybody have a great holiday, and I'll see you again soon. Bye. And choose kindness. Oh, and my shirt says thankful, grateful, and blessed. And that is exactly what I feel. All right, bye guys.